For 10 years, a powerful CEO quietly dumped thousands of broken engines at a struggling single dad's garage. She thought he was fixing her company's mistakes. But when he uncovered a secret buried inside those engines, the truth triggered an investigation that brought her billion-dollar empire crashing down. In the rugged oil country outside Midland, Texas, stood a modest repair shop known as Carter Engine Works. The building looked ordinary, surrounded by dusty roads and aging equipment. Yet inside worked Daniel Carter, a 42-year-old single father whose mechanical expertise earned quiet respect throughout the region. Though business remained small, Daniel possessed an extraordinary talent for repairing engines others considered beyond saving. 10 years earlier, Daniel's life changed forever after losing his wife in a tragic highway accident. Suddenly responsible for raising his 6-year-old son Noah alone, he poured every ounce of energy into keeping his garage alive. Financial struggles became routine. Some months he barely earned enough to cover expenses, yet he refused to quit because his son depended entirely upon him. Meanwhile, across Texas, Titan Dynamics Energy Systems dominated the industrial engine industry. The corporation manufactured heavy-duty engines powering oil rigs, freight fleets, and construction operations throughout America. At its helm stood Victoria Langford, a 48-year-old CEO celebrated by investors as a visionary leader. Magazine covers praised her success, while shareholders applauded record-breaking profits generated year after year consistently. Behind Titan's polished reputation, however, engineers faced growing concerns. Several newly developed engine models suffered recurring mechanical failures during field operations. Internal testing revealed serious reliability issues affecting thousands of units already sold nationwide. Correcting the flaws would require expensive recalls and public disclosures. Victoria understood the risks. Admitting the truth could destroy quarterly profits and damage investor confidence severely. Instead of launching a recall, executives quietly developed another solution. Broken engines would be collected, repaired discreetly, and returned to service whenever possible. The strategy minimized attention while preserving the company's public image. Searching for skilled repair specialists, Titan representatives eventually discovered Daniel's garage. His remarkable ability to rebuild damaged engines made him the perfect candidate for their hidden operation. The first shipment arrived unexpectedly one summer morning. A truck delivered 3 severely damaged Titan engines, accompanied by a generous repair contract. Daniel welcomed the opportunity enthusiastically. The project provided much-needed income and helped stabilize his struggling business. After successfully restoring the engines, additional shipments followed. Weeks became months, and months gradually turned into years of continuous repair work. As Noah grew older, he spent afternoons after school helping around the garage. He cleaned tools, organized inventory, and learned valuable mechanical skills from his father. Together, they formed a hard-working team. While Daniel repaired engines, Noah documented serial numbers and service histories. Neither realized they were quietly collecting evidence that would one day expose one of America's largest corporate scandals. By the 5th year, Titan shipments arrived almost weekly. Daniel noticed unusual patterns emerging among the damaged engines. Many failures appeared remarkably similar, despite originating from different states and industries. Components repeatedly cracked under normal operating conditions. Fuel systems malfunctioned unexpectedly. Cooling assemblies failed far sooner than engineering standards suggested possible. The similarities troubled him, but Titan always paid promptly. Whenever Daniel submitted technical observations, corporate representatives thanked him politely and ignored the findings entirely. They requested repairs, not analysis. Although the behavior seemed strange, Daniel remained focused on supporting Noah and maintaining his business. Questioning a billion-dollar corporation felt beyond his responsibility. As long as engines left the garage functioning properly, he believed he was helping customers solve problems effectively. Inside Titan headquarters, engineers continued warning executives about worsening reliability issues. Detailed reports documented defects affecting thousands of machines across the country. Some failures even created potential safety risks for operators, yet every recommendation for recalls or redesigns met resistance. Victoria prioritized profitability above all else. Repairing engines quietly through independent facilities remained significantly cheaper than addressing systemic manufacturing problems honestly. Years passed, and Titan's financial success reached extraordinary heights. Investors celebrated record earnings. Victoria received prestigious business awards and appeared regularly on national television. To the public, she represented innovation and leadership. Few people suspected the corporation's impressive performance depended partly upon concealing costly engineering failures through a network of repair facilities led unknowingly by Daniel's garage. One autumn afternoon, everything changed. A former Titan engineer named Michael Reynolds drove into Carter Engine Works carrying several boxes of documents. Nervous and exhausted, he asked Daniel for a private conversation. Michael explained he recently resigned after years of frustration. What he revealed over the next 2 hours stunned Daniel beyond anything he imagined possible. According to Michael, Titan executives knowingly concealed major defects for nearly a decade. Internal reports documented recurring failures repeatedly, yet leadership refused corrective action. Instead, damaged engines were routed quietly through selected repair shops to prevent widespread attention. Daniel's garage handled more defective units than almost any facility in the country. Without realizing it, he had become essential to Titan's cover-up. Daniel struggled to process the information. Titan represented nearly half his annual revenue. Accusing such a powerful company seemed dangerous and almost unbelievable. Yet Michael provided evidence impossible to ignore. Internal emails, engineering reports, and executive communications revealed a consistent pattern. Senior leaders understood the defects clearly, but chose profit protection over transparency and customer safety repeatedly. For several weeks, Daniel reviewed documents every evening after closing the garage. Noah helped organize records and compare them against years of repair logs. Together they discovered overwhelming connections. Thousands of engines serviced by Carter Engine Works matched units identified in confidential reports. The evidence painted a disturbing picture of deception stretching across multiple states and countless customers nationwide. The discovery created a painful dilemma. Remaining silent would protect Daniel's business and financial stability. Speaking publicly could trigger lawsuits, retaliation, and uncertainty. Yet each repaired engine represented a customer unknowingly affected by hidden defects. Daniel knew his decision carried consequences far beyond himself. Communities, workers, and businesses depended on these machines daily for their livelihoods and safety. One evening, while closing the garage, Noah shared a simple observation. He reminded his father that repairing engines always meant helping people. If dangerous information remained hidden, then those people deserved the truth. The comment struck Daniel deeply. His son understood something many executives forgot. Businesses existed to serve people, not the other way around. The following month, Daniel contacted federal regulators and provided copies of all relevant evidence. Investigators immediately recognized the seriousness of the allegations. Quiet reviews soon expanded into formal inquiries involving engineering experts, legal teams, and safety specialists. As investigators examined Titan's internal records, more employees came forward with additional documentation supporting Michael's claims and exposing further misconduct. Initially, Titan denied everything. Corporate statements dismissed accusations as misunderstandings promoted by disgruntled former workers. Victoria appeared confident during television interviews, insisting the company maintained the highest standards. Investors remained calm temporarily. However, behind closed doors, Executives understood the danger. Investigators possessed evidence far stronger than anyone outside the corporation realized publicly at the time. The turning point arrived when regulators released preliminary findings. Their report confirmed significant discrepancies between internal testing data and public disclosures. Journalists immediately launched independent investigations. News organizations uncovered years of hidden reports, ignored warnings, and questionable executive decisions. Headlines spread nationwide. Customers demanded answers while shareholders questioned leadership. Titan's carefully crafted image began unraveling rapidly before the public eye. As media attention intensified, Daniel unexpectedly became a national figure. Reporters traveled from across the country seeking interviews. Though uncomfortable with publicity, he agreed to speak honestly about his experiences. Audiences connected with his straightforward approach. Unlike corporate executives, Daniel had nothing to gain personally. His credibility strengthened public trust and amplified scrutiny surrounding Titan's practices considerably. Within months, the full scope of the scandal emerged. Investigators concluded that Titan executives knowingly concealed defects affecting thousands of engines. Regulatory agencies imposed massive penalties. Lawsuits flooded courts nationwide. Major customers suspended contracts immediately. Investors rushed to sell shares. The corporation that once appeared unstoppable suddenly faced financial pressure from every direction, simultaneously and relentlessly. Victoria Langford fought desperately to maintain control. Public apologies arrived too late. Board members, facing immense pressure, removed her from leadership. Additional executives resigned shortly afterward. What remained of Titan entered a lengthy restructuring process to avoid complete collapse. Business analysts described the downfall as one of the most significant corporate failures in modern industrial manufacturing history. Throughout the turmoil, Daniel focused on his garage. New customers arrived daily, attracted by his reputation for integrity and expertise. Companies seeking trustworthy partners offered long-term contracts. Industry organizations invited him to advise safety initiatives and engineering reviews. The business expanded steadily. Ironically, the same skills Titan once exploited quietly now earned Daniel national recognition and professional respect. Several years later, Carter Engine Works evolved into one of the region's most respected engine service operations. Noah, now a young engineer himself, worked alongside his father. Together, they built a company founded on transparency, accountability, and trust. Employees understood that honesty remained non-negotiable regardless of financial pressure or opportunity. Standing outside the expanded facility one evening, Daniel reflected upon the extraordinary journey. For 10 years, a powerful CEO believed she could hide broken engines behind the walls of a small single-father's garage. She assumed no one would notice. Yet the truth possessed remarkable persistence. Eventually, evidence accumulated, courage prevailed, and deception collapsed under its own weight. In the end, Titan Dynamics did not fail because of defective engines alone. Many companies survived technical mistakes. Titan collapsed because leadership abandoned integrity. Daniel's garage became the place where hidden failures quietly gathered for years until the evidence could no longer be ignored. The single father they underestimated ultimately revealed the truth that destroyed an empire and changed countless lives forever.